Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does. The perfect blend of...
Mbappe! And he's done it! And what a start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Kylian Mbappe!
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And this is Drogba. He's had a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. He leaps for it! But he's left disappointed.
Rijkaard is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rijkaard. It's an inviting-looking ball, that.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's been slipped through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Liverpool have their second corner now. He's rising! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Liverpool really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Well, that's well seen too. Rice. Great vision. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Well read, and the danger is averted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he was quick to react. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Liverpool currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Odegaard. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. He's a sharp little ball here. Havertz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's picked his way through. Yaya Toure in towards the back stick. Oh, well played, well played. Crossed in once more. Oh, terrible pass. He's in a great position here. And they win it back again. Drogba does well to get it back. Now it's Mbappe. There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Liverpool are now luxurious. And a shot! He wasn't that far away.
Well, the hold-up play as that move was being constructed was important for the runners, and more really should have been made of it.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a good ball out wide. Mbappe. He's through here. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Zubimendi. Rice. Ødegaard. Good ball, good take. He's decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Can he get on the end of this? It's Drogba! Yaya Toure! Brilliant from Toure! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're threatening to fly away here. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Liverpool find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now he's off and running, and he's intervened well there. Now, can they get him away? He steps in, and that's the end of that. That is good strength. Ødegaard. Big chance! That has not gone well. Liverpool looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Gets a good foot in there. Rice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Not the most convincing of passes. Zubimendi. And it's Timber. Now this could be a chance. Takes a shot! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Tries to pass it through. Dembele's to Drogba! Oh, he got himself into a great position.
Liverpool certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely.
Please turn your attention
Well, they're in
to
a
the
great
screen
position,
for
Peter, so
information
why
provided
stop
by the
now?
local
I would
police.
say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Liverpool will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. Down to business again. Calafiori. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Saka. Now it's Havertz. Real chance! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Yaya Toure. Dembele shoots! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper. Liverpool have their third corner. Bellingham! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Drogba. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, that's well spotted. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. And it's made its way to him. It's Dembele! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Liverpool get their fourth corner. Rijkaard! No, not the best of headers. No way through there. Now that looks a decent ball. Played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Terrific effort! It's a goal! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Arsenal may be down, but not out just yet. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Timber. And here's Saka. Ødegaard. Great defending, strong and determined. Yaya Toure.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He has found a way through. Chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Mbappe might just make this. Now it's Saka. Timber. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Ødegaard. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, shooting chance! And there's a goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Arsenal now just needing one.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Ødegaard. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. Dwyer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Martinelli. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And now the breakaway. Looking for the run. Well, they've got it again. Yaya Toure. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe! Off the post! And that really should have been that.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 11, Mbappe. Number 15.
Over to the right flank.
Dembele. Coming on the field.
Yamal going face to face with his great rival.
Number 14.
Chance for a shot!
Number 6.
Another one of football's and how moments. And it's Van Basten. Just 5 minutes left.
Liverpool nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Alexander-Arnold looking to play him in. Yamal's cross. Oh, well played. Spread to the right. A quick look, thought about cutting in. Oh, good. Oh, it's hit the post. It's Roberto Carlos! Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Alexander-Arnold. Van Basten wins the duel this time. Rashford looking to receive it in Spain. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. The end of the game. Reflections? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Nicely aimed pass. Nice physical challenge. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, great leap! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good effort! Nearly, but not quite. That is good alertness. McAllister. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Dembele chasing after it. Guardiola. Great defending, strong and determined. Alexander-Arnold. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough and he knows it.
Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And the Sarr breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. McAllister made a good run there.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Oh, it's come loose. And this is Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. It's Dembele!
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Drogba. This is a promising build-up. And this is Drogba. And he was quick to react.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Hazard conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Drogba. Here's a shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
the most accurate pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Barcelona are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish,
Bellingham! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He'll try from distance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Liverpool have their second corner now. Terrific effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Frustratingly close. Oh, what's he done? Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And Messi! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Now it's Drogba. Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Spread to the right. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Yaya Toure. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Messi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Alexander-Arnold.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
McAllister. And here's Son Heung-min.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Now it's Mbappe. That's destined for the flank. Van Dijk get... And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And now,
How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Liverpool really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Barcelona get the ball rolling in the second half.
Liverpool have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Drogba! Oh, that was no routine save.
Drogba is offering a wry smile there.
Fernandes could move up a gear here. McAllister. Alexander-Arnold. That pass has been well intercepted. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Son Heung-min. Always goal shot. Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Barcelona have their lead. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Great vision. And here's Drogba. It's Drogba! Oh, that is outstanding! He's got himself an absolute peach. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling. Shapes to shoot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
It's their second corner of the game. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Great ball if he can get there. Well, that's well spotted. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well taken goal. And with that, he takes home the match ball. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Yaya Toure. Now it's Yaya Toure. He's picked his way through. Toure was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Fernandez. No, that's been intercepted. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Drogba. Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Drogba. Drogba! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, that has changed the... And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And how did he not put that away?
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Barcelona have their third corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, that's delightful. Vardiol stood his ground strongly. And now they can spring out of defence. No way through. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Drogba! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
So, third corner of the game. He's rising! And no, he couldn't find the finish. That's a throw. And that'll be a goal kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Didier Drogba.
And that's it.
Number 11.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time
Number
for.
15,
Good evening to you.
Dembele. Coming on the field, number 10, Van Basten. Number 14, Rashford.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, sweet feet. It's anyone's ball now. Roberto Carlos, delivered across. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And this is Drogba. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than
Stoichkov!
Stoichkov clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Can he get it through? Dembele, he's picked his way through. Terrific effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Now it's Drogba. Yaya tries from distance. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe picks it up out. Oh, great leap! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of target.
Oh, terrible mistake. And it's Bellingham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Drogba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Drogba. Shot chance, surely! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Now it's Mbappe. Cannavaro cuts it out. Yaya Toure, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Bellingham. He's going for goal! Now there's a terrific hit. Looking for options for movement. Rijkaard is the guilty party there. And he is going into that little black book. That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Right card! Nearly, but not quite. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Can he get on the end of this? That's been slipped through. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Deftly away. And it's Yaya Toure. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. And Dijk deals with that comfortably.
Liverpool can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Real chance! And again! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Always onto this. Mbappe going after that. And Dijk gets across to intercept that. Alexander-Arnold. Rashford. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Alexander-Arnold. There's the header! Oh, not the best of headers.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Robertson. Now, can they get him away? And it's been played through. It's Dembele! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Liverpool looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 14.
So let's get the ball rolling.
À leur place, le
Liverpool
numéro 6.
currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Now it's Drogba. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Cruyff. Liverpool can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Joelinton! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Joelinton is offering a right smile there.
Great chance! And again! Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Drogba being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Liverpool just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Stood up well to him there. Toure was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cross goes in there. Oh, good climb! Harmlessly behind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and...
Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision and Cruyff! Well taken goal. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
That'll be a throw-in.
Changement pour l'Olympique lyonnais. Le numéro 5, le numéro 66. À leur place, le numéro 11, le numéro 22. Xabi Alonso.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Attention, changement.
Serginho. Serginho has it in a wide position. Crosses it in here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos, crossing. A header! And that's a sharp finish. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact sub.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. That has not gone well. Yamal! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread.
And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece! A finish of true class! Right back in the game! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And now he has two. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
And he's managed to get free. Clipped into space. That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. Yamal stood his ground strongly. Liverpool moments now away from seeing this one out. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Well, he's not getting any further than that. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. Alexander-Arnold.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's got away. Looking for the run. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk with the slide. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Liverpool proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
I've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excelled.
Now it's Griezmann. That is a great pick out. Rijkaard is herring after that one. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Looking for the run. Chance! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Look at the space here, takes a shot! And it's in! 2, and we've barely begun here. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
This is a promising build-up. Played out to the left flank. Totti picks it up out wide. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos goes short. Van der Sar claims it, safe hands. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus. Now it's Griezmann. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Vitinha. And here's Griezmann. He was under real pressure there. Griezmann was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he's intervened well there. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Roberto Carlos. He won't be happy with that one. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Pirlo. That is good alertness. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Can he finish? It's loose now. Oh, what has happened here? Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Pirlo, spread out to the left. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bellingham. He steps in, and that's the end of that. That has ended up in no man's land. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's been cut out, well played. Looking for options for movement. Totti receives it in a wide position. He's having a shot! No, just not quite.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Roberto Carlos. Can he latch on to this? Beckenbauer makes the interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Totti. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Roberto Carlos has got himself a free kick. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Mbappe. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. And this is Drogba. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. There he goes, motoring. Bellingham! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter.
He's gone direct. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And for the first half, that is that. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Either side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Liverpool shot, surely! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Now it's Messi. Griezmann. Oh, well played. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. Dembele finds himself offside. Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. Dembele gets into a good position. That's very neat. And the finish! Hits off target and by quite a way.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Cannavaro. Bellingham. This is Dembele, and he's managed... It's Dembele! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really close.
And he shoots! And that's a sharp finish. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Griezmann! He's put his foot right through that one. Pass somewhat off target. Nicely shaped ball. He can run onto that. It's a goal kick. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Totti. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. That's destined for the flank. And he's let fly! Yaya Toure. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good read, needed to be. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And Yaya Toure! And the keeper's well positioned.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Some really good ball movement. Great ball. Messi! Messi! From another planet! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. He's a sharp little ball here. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And he's quick to return it. Out of play for a goal kick. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Griezmann. Oh, he's bustling through here. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Yaya Toure. And the counter is on. Now, can they get him away? Vitinha. Dembele. Pirlo. Vitinha. Totti.
There will be 3 minutes
Toure
added
wins
time.
the duel this time. And the number on the board is 3. Spread it left. Mateus. That's a good ball out wide. No way through. So what can they make of this? Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. He whips in across. And time is up. Liverpool pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness,
And a quick reminder today,
relentlessness.
everybody.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And that gets things running. Claude Makelele is, in my opinion, a player that revolutionised the role of the defensive midfielder. He highlighted the importance of the ugly side of the game.
The original and still perhaps the best.
I'd say so. Many have tried to emulate him, but nobody's managed it.
Chance here to counter. Now it's Drogba. Drogba is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yaya Toure. Oh, good-looking ball. Mbappe scooting forward. Looking for the run. Now it's Bale. He is through here. That is a brilliant interception.
Bale clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Pullet. And Pullet! Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Bale with the short one. Bale. He is just caressing the ball. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And here's Vinicius Junior. Chance! That's a sharp pass. Bale. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. That's an imaginative pass. Nicely worked. And he's managed to get free. A header! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And it's Bale. Tries to play it through. Great ball if he can get there. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Bale. Xavi. Pullet. Big chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. And it's Hullet. He's looking wide. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Van Dijk trying to keep this in. Not the most accurate pass. Marcelo. Well, that looks a decent ball. Xavi. Oh, well played. Mbappe. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Dembele. That is a great pick out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he's being shifted off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Pullet. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that is expertly dealt with.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, perfectly measured that. Makaleli is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. It's a good run down the right. It's a promising position. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Dembele is wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Yaya Toure. And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Now here's terrific effort! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Towering header! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Strong running down that left flank. Vinicius Junior. Bale. Great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. This time, surely! And that brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Just a quick announcement.
So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So we're off again. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing.
Bullet! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Yaya Toure. Can he stop it going out? Xavi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, good effort! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Pressing high and with purpose. Makaleli. Gullit. Vinicius Junior wants to run onto this. He has found the way through. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Gullit. And here's Eto'o. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That has been cut short. Now it's Drogba. And it's Bellingham. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
It's Drogba! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Eto'o. Good ball, good take. He's found a way through. Vinicius Junior! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. How they've waited. Now they have it. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Referee has just said play on.
Liverpool really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Milan have their second corner now. Hazard goes short. And here's Hazard. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Tries to pass it through. And that was very necessary. Thuram. Knocks it into space. Yamal. Makelele is always looking to break lines. Real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Good challenge, excellent challenge. So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's having a shot! Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's another good win of the ball. Makelele. And it's Hazard. Hazard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Picked out brilliantly. Rijkaard. Liverpool very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
And this is Eto'o. Now it's Hazard. He's found space here.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Alexander-Arnold.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Mbappe. And it's Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Yaya, chance, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 11, Mbappe. Number 15,
And
Dembele.
beyond the defence.
Coming on the
Oh,
field.
well played, well
Number
played.
10, Van
No
Basten.
unnecessary risks,
Number
and the game
14,
is petering out
Rashford.
here.
That's
Number
positional
6,
goals, the utilisation of space.
Substitutions taking place. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable
Please
for
be
those
reminded
with a
that
vested
drinking
interest.
is only allowed in the areas shown on this map.
So
Thank
what do you
very
take away
much for
from
your
it all, Jim?
cooperation.
Liverpool really couldn't get going in the first half, and it has to be said, with no marked improvement after the break, I thought it was going to be a matter of time before they got caught out eventually, and it turned out to be that way for them, sadly.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. By a late... just about within shooting range. And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, he's burst through. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely weighted ball. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way, where he can turn them and just leave them behind and have a clean run at goal. He's a very tricky customer and getting better week by week.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Alexander-Arnold is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Bellingham, and he's well... Dembele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Messi, and it's Hakimi. Rijkaard does well to get it back. He's found a way through. Roberto Carlos, and now they can clear their lines. Robertson is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He's picked his way through. Chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, played right into his path. He's having a shot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And it's Bayer Leverkusen who take the lead. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Bayer Leverkusen have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
Goes for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. Donnarumma claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. And here's Mbappe, Yaya Toure. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. That pass isn't the best. That's good running with the ball. Mbappe. Looking for the run. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Robertson. It's played through for him. This looks promising. It's Neymar!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Neymar with the short one. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Liverpool truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. Chance to deliver. Saliba gets it away. Juke. Hakimi. Played out to the left flank. And Robertson. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. Header! Not a bad try by any means.
Diouf certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Tries to pass it through. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Messi. And the referee has blown for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Liverpool trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. We're on the move again.
Liverpool can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. Bayer Leverkusen needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's an excellent interception. Yaya Toure. Juke was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Drogba over to the right flank, and it's Bellingham. It's a promising position. Dembele's cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Liverpool clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Tries to play it through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he get it through? Chance for a shot! Goes for a shot! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Drogba has got himself a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Alexander-Arnold with a real chance here. He's gone for the shots. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Duke, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Shot, Vinicius Junior! Sensational from Vinicius Junior! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 13. Neymar.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Messi.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Oh, nicely intercepted. Can he spark a counter here? Pass somewhat off target.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bayer Leverkusen, clear.
And Yaya Toure! And he couldn't finish.
Yaya Toure deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now that's well seen too. That's a good foray he's making.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it...
And the shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that has not gone well. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He steps in, and that's the end of that. Yaya Toure. And here's Drogba. Drogba! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, it's come loose. And Yaya Toure! And how did he not put that away?
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
It's their second corner of the game.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 7, Hakimi, number 5, Robertson, number 41, Price.
Getting up there!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
25,
Bayer Leverkusen are looking to go forward now.
Rijkaard. Substitution in progress.
And he's in on goal. Chance here to counter. That's been cut out, well played. And he's intervened well there.
Liverpool have more than played their part in this game, based on the second...
Yamal! It's bounced back off the post. And he's following up. And it's in. And what a climax we have here! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Shoots! Superb from Vinicius Junior! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
And yes, it's him again. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Approach
Does pay off here.
Rijkaard.
Alexander-Arnold. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Now it's come to nothing. Looking to play him in. Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Well, there is Xavi, one of the great creators, inventors, one of the great visionaries of the game, Jim.
I fell in love with him and his style of play. Just unmatched in terms of intelligence and vision. He really is peerless in what he does.
Mbappe gets into a good position. Xavi. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Takes the shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
And here's Dembele. And this is Dembele. It's a throw-in. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Drogba! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but...
Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this is... And a chance! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And he's straight offside. Vinicius Junior. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Takes a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Marcelo. It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flipped.
Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that's fabulous. He's having a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Xavi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yaya Toure. The arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That ball looks a good one. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Can he get on the end of this?
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's a quick one. And it's Xavi. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Roberto Carlos tries to play it through. Delivery from Mbappe. Good read, needed to be. Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, this looks sharp. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe picks it up out wide. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Goes for a shot! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
OK, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
It's a promising position. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Looking for a runner. Mbappe, here's Mbappe, and the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Just past the 40th minute mark. Baresi, Cannavaro. Now it's Mbappe. Yaya Toure. Shifted it to the flank. Here's Roberto Carlos. Searching pass he's played there. Buffon chooses to deal with it himself. And it's made its way to him. Rijkaard. And it's Yaya Toure. Looking for options for movement. This looks promising. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. The midway point of the game.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Down to business again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Dembele. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. De Rossi, and that's really well manoeuvred. And that has been slung wide. And here's Mbappe. And this is Roberto Carlos. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Xavi. And it's Xavi. Great vision. That's beautifully weighted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Back they go. He's looking wide. He shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mbappe. Roberto Carlos. He's shifting through the gears here. He's found the... Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Dembele. Great ball if he can get there. Bellingham. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Van Dijk does well not to be outdone there. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Drogba. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! It's a goal! They've done it! Finally they've broken through. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
The first breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
It's a searching pass. And it's been given away. Now it's Mbappe. Roberto Carlos in acres of space. Towering header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Mbappe. And that's been won straight back. Rijkaard.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Deftly away. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Yaya Toure. It's Bellingham. And here's Drogba. Yaya Toure looking for the run. And he can thump it away.
Liverpool really don't have a choice now.
It's Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! About as smooth as it gets. And right near the end, we have parity. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Mbappe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
De Rossi. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Van der Sar voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic.
Towering header! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Liverpool are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And it's very
good chance here! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's a sharp little ball here. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Van Dijk, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Bale. That's a shade optimistic. And that's a good-looking ball. Yamal. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. He's found a way through. Neither of these two want to come off. Yamal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. And the keeper beats it away. Yamal, very much a man of this moment. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard was in no mood for any of that.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And a header! He's got away with one there. Gattuso. Opportunity for Arsenal to break. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Can he finish? And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So they have it all to do again. It's Drogba! Not a bad try by any means.
Drogba really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And he decides, and it's been given away. And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Liverpool with the corner, they're first. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Corner number 2 then. And the finish! And that That has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Gattuso. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Tries a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Takes a shot! Has a look up and drives it forward. Well read, nice interception. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Mbappe. And Yamal. That ball looks a good one. Pinches it off him. Yaya Toure, played out to the left flank. Drogba is having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Spread it left. Not where it came from. Oh, well played, well played. Drogba chasing after it. Good running, strong and purposeful. Bale. Nice interception, well timed. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Just a quick announcement. We would
So
like to
we reached the
inform you
halfway
that
point.
CCTV
I've been
is
left
now in
almost
operation
breathless
for
here,
your
Peter.
safety.
This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So, into the second half.
Liverpool can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Roberto Carlos. Gattuso. And it's Azar. That's a little off target.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Alexander-Arnold. That has been cut short. Gattuso. That has been slung wide. No, it's come to nothing. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough and he knows it.
Van Dijk. Yamal. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And the shot! And that's a sharp finish! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that, oh, great leap! Harmlessly behind. And it's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. That's beautifully weighted. It's out for a goal kick. Roberto Carlos is there, and he can pick it up. Now it's Drogba. And here's Mbappe. Great work on the overlap. Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure delivers. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Yamal. Chance here to counter. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, can he get onto this? Yamal. That's a good ball out wide. Gattuso. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Gattuso. Now it's Yamal. And that's gone loose. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Gattuso. Vieira. Well timed, excellent interception. Varane gets across to intercept that. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Yaya Toure. Mbappe, who's set up one goal so far. And he cuts out the supply. He won't be happy with that one. Azar. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that's a key interception. Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yamal. And this is Bale. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe. Yamal. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. Ball in towards the middle. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Could move up a gear here. Not the most accurate pass. Knocks it into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's picked out the run. And that's a real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. And that's it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, But they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
This is a lost
The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
This game could flip on just how well Trent Alexander-Arnold can combine with his attack. I mean, so much depends on his ability to deliver absolute quality.
And he started his career in central midfield, of course.
Yeah, a position some say he should go back to accommodate the fact that he is always in the opposition half, something that has been experimental.
Goes for a shot! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking.
Decent chance! And that's a tidy finish. 2-0, and in next to no time. Oh, that was sharp, deliciously sharp.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Bahia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Goes for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pepe clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro wins the duel this time.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Here's a chance! Yaya Toure!
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through. It's Ibrahimovic! Rijkaard. And he's been shifted off it. Out towards the flank. Can he get on the end of this? And it's made its way to him. Crossed into the middle. They've played it short. Alexander-Arnold wrestles him off the ball. This is their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And here's Xavi, aimed at the far side. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Bahia always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper. Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Cruyff clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
And here's Drogba. Roberto Carlos. Played into the box. It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Good ball, good take. He's having a shot! And it's Rivaldo. Mbappe. Liverpool are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Messi. Can he get it through? He's cut it out. Yaya Toure. Now Mbappe. Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Alexander-Arnold. Dembele! And he thumps it clear. Nice looking ball. Floated through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Liverpool do have a chance to counter here. And it's Drogba! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Drogba really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Away we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Bellingham. Ah, such a clever touch. Dembele has the space to scheme.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And this is Drogba. Xavi aims beyond the defence. He is through here. That is lovely. And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Messi. Yaya Toure. Now it's Drogba. Bellingham. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. And that pass just didn't quite work. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Now he's off and running. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And here's Dembele. Real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. Dembele! Harmlessly behind. Messi. Thuram. That's a little off target. And it's Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe. And now the breakaway. Spread neatly. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates, knocks it into space. Dembele finding himself in space.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
And the ball's come loose here. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic!
Substituição no time do Bahia. Camisa 19.
Roberto Carlos cuts it out.
Neymar. Deixando o campo para a entrada
Yaya
de
Touré.
Camisa 18.
He's had it taken off him.
Camisa 20.
Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, the idea was a good one. It's Ibrahimovic! What a throw in. Cross to the back post. Pepe promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Xavi. And he shoots! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete. And the shot! Rijkaard. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And there's green grass ahead of him. Space for him to turn and look.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
It's a pretty loose pass. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And this is Xavi. Xavi! Just cruising! They are cruising! And time is up. Liverpool cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was all about versatility and durability, Peter. An astute defender in the middle, a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
Yeah, and you can expect another busy shift from him here.
He's never shy.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's cause for mild irritation.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Alexander-Arnold just loves to go forward whenever he can. Roberto Carlos, and he was alert to it. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And he's had it nicked away. Pedri. Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Great ball if he can get there. It's Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Drogba! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's fabulous. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. Oh, he's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, what has happened here? Mbappe. Mbappe finds himself offside. Saliba. Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bellingham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bellingham! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Raul running with intent. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Bellingham. Silvestre. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, this looks sharp. Knocks it into space. Yaya Toure! Off target by a whisker. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Hoist it in. Oh, good climb! It's in! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Number 20, Didier Drogba.
Liverpool have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Real chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Drogba really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United have their second corner now. Getting up there! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. 30 minutes gone. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Played in. Can he finish? And attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Mbappe shoots! Mbappe! Irrepressible! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do...
And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping! Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Liverpool looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Pass somewhat off target. Dembele. And that has put paid to that. Drogba. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nielsen. Chance here to counter. Nicely weighted ball. And reclaimed it. He's gone for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Mbappe. Has a look and plays it forward. Mbappe. Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Raul. Quick look, then plays it in. That's the end of the first 45. Reflections on the first half?
Liverpool clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Liverpool looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. And so the action is resumed.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
It's Dembele!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Dembele finding himself in space. Always onto this. Bellingham. The cross. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
And this is Drogba. He's through here. Chance! There's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Here comes another cross. Oh, terrible pass. Drogba! This their second corner of the game. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. He'll try from distance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Here comes the cross. It's out for a goal kick. So we've reached the hour mark. Bellingham, looking for the run, thinks about the shot, crosses it in. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Now he's off and running. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Edmilson. Liverpool are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Edmilson. And it's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, sweet feet. And he's in on this, having a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Dembele. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Pedri. Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Now it's Dembele. Hazard. And this takes a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And here's the chance to counter. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this. And this shot, surely! Azar.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He won't be happy with that one. Dembele. Edmilson. Now it's Drogba. He can run onto that. Oh, such a clever touch.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Silvestre. Can he get on the end of this?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Looking for options for movement. Pedri. We are into overtime, and it's Drogba.
Oh, really well played.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Drogba taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And here's Drogba. Now that's well seen too. It's just beyond his reach. Looking for options for movement. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either. Getting up there! Nearly, but not quite.
Drogba certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Drogba really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to
Terrific effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence. I still feel that this man Diego Forlan is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly, his career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Well, played through for the wide man. And it's Roberto Carlos. Serves up across. He's having a hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Rijkaard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's cut it out. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Shevchenko. And the keeper's got it again.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Your impression so far, Jim?
Liverpool have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
It's Neymar! And that would have been some goal.
Neymar just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
And here's the chance to counter. Nicely worked. And this is Drogba! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Yaya Toure. That is ended up in no man's land. Clipped into space. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And here's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary. And he was quick to react. Almost half an hour in now. Threads one in. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Marcó en el minuto 30 el dorsal 15.
Liverpool have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Mbappe finding himself in space, and that's aimed into the middle.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
They'll try from distance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's Drogba! Oh, what a mistake! Neymar. Drogba. Tries to play it through, and he's... Mbappe! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And this is it's Drogba! It's loose, and there's a race for... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Drogba. Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! Barcelona are back in business! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Out again for a throw-in. Now it's Torres. Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Liverpool kick off the second half.
Liverpool have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Serginho. Pedri. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Aimed beyond the defence. Tries to pass it through. In it comes. Oh, well played, well played. Shevchenko. Now it's Drogba. Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get free. Shoots! Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. It's Forlan. Knocks it into space. Pass somewhat off target. This is a promising build-up. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Drogba. He is through here. Great chance! He's dealt with that really well. Bellingham, who's set up one goal so far. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found space here. Thinks about the shot. That has not gone well. Tries one from range. Brilliant from Toure. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And they've got their lead back. Liverpool leading now. No, that's been intercepted. Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
In with the challenge. Forlan. Pedri. Now it's Shevchenko. Bellingham. Well, they could break here. And he's intervened well there. Howson. And it's Forlan. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Shevchenko. Forlan. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 20, Forlán. El dorsal 14, Fernando Torres.
Knocks it out wide.
Serán sustituidos.
And here's Shevchenko.
El dorsal 8.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That pass isn't the best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Bellingham. Great vision. And this is Dembele. Dembele gets flagged offside.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
El dorsal 22 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 16.
Raul. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Rodri. He's found a way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
He's shifting through the gears here. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Musiala. He's picked his way through.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Passing nice and neat. Bellingham defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Bellingham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Bellingham looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shevchenko. Time added on will be 2 minutes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that is as far as it goes. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of...